It goes to Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, that's the talent. It goes to big side, and it goes to big side.
Hello, I'm a Shaw Media intern and today I'm here with.
My name is Elijah. I go by Eli.
Alright, and today I have a couple questions for you today. What high school did you go to?
So I went to school at Wells High School in Foggy Bottom, DC.
Okay, and you grew up in the DC area?
Correct. So I grew up down the street from Paul Public Charter School off Georgia Ave, and then I moved to Brooklyn where I live with my mom now.
Okay, and what do you major in at your college?
I major in real estate, development, and international business. So I'm trying to get in the business of making new buildings and buying old properties and flipping them and making them into something bigger and nicer.
Okay, and what college? What's the college called?
I go to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, so it's the flagship of the state of Wisconsin.
Okay, and would you say being at Wisconsin bettered your life?
I say being at Wisconsin definitely gave me a new perspective on life. Just because growing up in DC, you're surrounded by like a very diverse culture, you know. So you probably have friends who are like white, black, Hispanic, Asian, and then at Wisconsin it's just majority white kids, and so I think I got a different perspective. And so I think I don't know. You'd have to get back to me when I graduate, and I'll let you know. So.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your favorite part about being in the fraternity?
My favorite part about being in the fraternity is the comradeship, just fellowshipping with people I can call my brothers, being able to align myself with other people who I have common interests and goals as, and also just finding a kind of close, tight-knit community of Black people in Wisconsin. So
how is it like at college?
And so my answer to that is college is real different than any other type of school that you went to. It's a real big change in terms of being responsible for yourself. So especially if you go to college away from your parents. So I gotta remind myself to eat, you know what I'm saying? Wash my clothes, go to class. So it's still being a student as well as being being an adult. So it's kind of that midway point. So that's what it's kind of like. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Thanks for the question. Appreciate it. Clap it up.
Do you have any advice for me going into middle school?
Yeah, middle school is kind of the fundamental for high school. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff that you're gonna do in middle school. Like you get a little bit more responsibility. But I say when it comes down to it, find you some good friends that look out for you, you know, and then you look out for them. And just have each other's back, and I promise you can be able to get through it. You know, and it's gonna go by this fast. You can be in high school, next thing you know. So.
Was college hard?
College is definitely so I'm gonna say it's challenging, but it's not impossible. You know. So Mr. Gabe, that's when I look at it. When I'm all right, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this class or whatever, you have to realize that there's tons of people who came before you that got to the same classes and they might have been struggling the same as you. And so that's why I always say it's challenging, but it's not impossible, and then on the plus side, college is a lot of fun. It is the most fun you'll have in school. And that's just it. So it's hard, but it's a challenge, but it's worth the challenge, So good question.
So my question is, what was it like moving away from your parents?
Hey, that's a really good question. Wisconsin is a 12-hour drive from DC, so I can't just go back home whenever I want, or I have to catch a flight. The flight's not long, but flights are expensive, so this is my second time being home in DC this year, so I don't get to see my parents as much as I want to. And so it's definitely tough, but I would say there's pros and cons. You get to see what you're capable of being far away from home. Because at a certain point you're not gonna want to live with your parents. And so I think college is that kind of perfect kind of stepping stone to see all right, well, how can I do living apart from my parents? And so we got FaceTime and everything. So as long as you just reach out to your folks and you see them when you can. It'll be all right. So.